Imagine walking off the field for what might be the final time in your legendary journey, believing the moment was simply personal, emotional, and complete, only to discover later that you had just secured another championship without even realizing it in that instant. That's the kind of story that doesn't feel real, the kind that hits deeper than trophies and stats. This isn't just about winning, it's about a career defined by loyalty, heart, and rewriting history one unforgettable chapter at a time. Fans are emotional, analysts are calling it poetic, and the sports world is celebrating a farewell unlike anything we've seen before. Stay locked in because this moment isn't just special, it's cinematic. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you never miss the biggest breaking stories in the world of baseball, especially when it comes to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Alright, let's dive straight into this emotional and absolutely unbelievable moment in baseball history. Because what just happened with Clayton Kershaw, nobody could have scripted this. Not Hollywood, not baseball writers, nobody. This is real life, and it feels like a movie. Clayton Kershaw, the face of the Dodgers for nearly 2 decades, one of the greatest pitchers to ever walk onto a baseball field, just ended his career in the most unexpected and surreal way possible. And the craziest part? When the final out was recorded, when the crowd erupted, when fireworks lit up the sky, when his teammates rushed the field, Clayton Kershaw didn't even realize he had won another World Series. Yes, you heard that right. The legend himself didn't know the Dodgers had just secured another title. He finished his final pitch, walked off the mound, and it didn't hit him. Not right away. The man who has experienced baseball glory, crushing heartbreak, painful injuries, and unbelievable triumphs somehow didn't realize the moment he had fought for his entire life had happened again. That moment. The moment every player in the world dreams of. And Kershaw didn't even know. Imagine the crowd roaring, cameras flashing, Dodger Stadium absolutely shaking from emotion, teammates screaming, hugging each other, sprinting across the field, and Clayton Kershaw standing there quietly, looking around, almost confused, taking in the atmosphere like it was just another night on the mound. But this wasn't just another night. This was history. This was the final chapter of a Hall of Fame career. This was the storybook ending that athletes dream of but almost never get. And the first reaction from Kershaw? Not celebration. Not tears. Just disbelief and stunned silence. It wasn't that he didn't care. It wasn't that he wasn't emotionally invested. It was simply too big to process. Think about that. The emotion. The weight of an entire career. The pressure, the years, the sacrifices, the injuries, the criticism, the doubts, the obsession with winning for LA. It all came flooding in at once, so strongly that he didn't even realize what had just happened. Until his teammates swarmed him. Until someone yelled in his ear. Until he saw the scoreboard, saw his teammates jumping, saw the confetti falling, and right then, it clicked. The Dodgers had done it again. And the tears came. Clayton Kershaw, the calm, the stoic, the composed warrior, broke down. The cameras caught it. Fans saw it. This wasn't just a win. This was closure. This was history. This was destiny. His teammates lifted him. They shouted his name. Fans chanted it. Over and over, Kershaw! 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 And for a moment, baseball wasn't about stats, wasn't about contracts, wasn't about analytics. It was about a man who gave everything for one city, one team, one uniform, and finally got the ending he deserved. The emotions ran deep. Teammates hugged him, some crying with him. Fans were crying too. Even people who weren't Dodgers fans were moved because moments like this aren't about team loyalty. They're about legacy. They're about witnessing greatness leave the field for the final time. And if you've followed baseball, you know the journey hasn't been easy. People doubted him. People called him cursed. They said he couldn't win in October. They pointed to every failure, every tough outing, every heartbreak. And he heard all of it. But he never quit. Never walked away. Never blamed anyone. He kept grinding. He kept fighting. He kept believing. And now, he walks away not just as a champion, but as one of the most iconic players in the history of the game. And the way he found out he won? That only makes the moment more legendary. It shows how locked in he was, how deeply focused, how much this meant. When athletes talk about being in the zone, this is it. He wasn't thinking about celebration, he was thinking about finishing the job. And when he did, the moment stunned him. Let's talk about the reaction from fans around the world. Social media exploded. The baseball world stopped. Sports networks everywhere led with one headline: Clayton Kershaw retires a champion and didn't even know he won at first. Fans shared memories. Clips resurfaced his first MLB strikeout, his first Cy Young speech, his first World Series title, his battles, his postseason heartbreaks, and now, this final magical moment. It felt like every baseball fan, whether they loved the Dodgers or not, came together to honor him. Think about the kids who grew up watching him pitch. Think about the players in the league right now who idolized him. To them, this wasn't just an athlete retiring. It was the end of an era. And even after he realized he won, even after the hugs and the fireworks and the roar of the crowd, there was a calm in him. A peace. The kind only earned by giving everything you have and finally being able to let go. He walked off the field one last time. He looked up at the crowd. He waved. He smiled through tears. And the fans? They didn't want to stop cheering. They didn't want him to leave. They didn't want this chapter to close. Because for almost 20 years, Clayton Kershaw wasn't just a pitcher. He was the Dodgers. He was LA. He was hope. He was loyalty. In a world where stars chase contracts and switch teams for money or opportunity, Kershaw stayed. And now baseball says goodbye to him on top. Just the way it should be. The way legends deserve. But here's the emotional twist: even after the celebration, even after the stadium lights dimmed, Kershaw didn't rush to talk. Didn't rush to be the center of attention. He paused. He breathed. He took it in. Then he spoke quietly from the heart, thanking his teammates, the fans, the organization, his family. No ego. No drama. Just gratitude. That's who he is. That's who he has always been. And that's why this moment feels so powerful. So final. So perfect. Now, let's be honest, we all knew this day would come. But nobody expected it like this. Nobody thought the final chapter would be written in this kind of emotional, almost surreal fashion. He leaves the game not just with trophies and records, but with respect. With admiration. With love. And as baseball fans, we don't always get to see endings like this. Some legends fade away. Some leave after injuries, controversies, or decline. But Kershaw? He leaves as a champion. He leaves doing what he loved. He leaves giving everything. And he leaves truly knowing that he fulfilled his purpose. When the dust settles, when the stats are analyzed and the debates happen, people won't just talk about the numbers. They'll talk about the heart. The fire. The grit. The man who stayed loyal when he didn't have to. The man who carried a franchise. The man who inspired millions. And now, as he steps into retirement, the baseball world pauses. Because we know we just witnessed the end of something special. Something rare. Something unforgettable. Clayton Kershaw did it. And even though he didn't realize the victory in the first second, the moment hit him and all of us soon after. The legend walks away a champion again. And baseball will never be the same. If you love this story, if you respect greatness, if you feel emotional thinking about this moment, then you know what to do. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below what Clayton Kershaw means to you, and share this with every baseball fan you know. Because this isn't just a sports update. This is history. This is legacy. This is Clayton Kershaw. And this is forever. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.